many podcasts it was ago, but it was like back in December, I think, when we like talked about um, like liking R. Kelly and Kanye West, and
Yeah.
like I said, I don't listen to them because like I don't support like kind of what they
Yes, and
did.
I said
I didn't,
you
yeah,
can't connect the guy to the music.
yeah. I was like, I didn't want them to make money off of me. Well, I need to come off of my high horse
Yeah, you fucking bitch. I already knew
because
this was gonna happen.
because I think the truth of the matter is I must have just not been a major fan of theirs regardless of what they did because I'm not really missing their music. But the other day I was listening to that album by Tory Lanez. It's like Alone at Prom. It's like an 80s album. And I was also listening to his new song Hurts Me, and I realized that like I'm I'm still gonna support his art even though he shot Megan the Stallion in the foot. Like she could have lost a toe and I'd still listen. So she probably could have lost a whole foot if I'm being honest.
Well,
So I was, yeah, I just had to come clean and realize I was a hypocrite.
considering that Tory Lanez is fucking a terrible artist. The fact that you listen to him at all is pretty gross. But that it is what it is.
It's that one album. Pretty great. Alone at Prom. I don't care what you say, man. I love that album. And that new
Yeah,
song, Hurts Me. You don't like that song?
I've not heard it, and I probably won't.
It goes something like, do you realize how much it hurts me?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I forgot the rest.
Do you realize how much you make me want to cry? Is that how it goes? That's like that fucking oldie song.
No, no, wait. I got it on my
Do you
computer right now.
really wanna hurt me?
Hold on, I got it on
Do
my
you
computer.
really wanna make me cry?
It has, um, where's the, can you see the lyrics? Get info. Yep, you can. Okay. Yeah, it says, do you not realize that it hurts me when I see you go out? Uh.
When I see you go, what?
When I see you go out, because
When I
you
see
have
you
the
go out.
time of your life only when I'm not around. You haven't heard that yet? You know you really don't deserve me.
So is it really going off the cadence of the song I was just talking about?
Yeah, kind of. Looking for you in the crowd
It really
to see you
isn't that
dancing
crazy?
again. Out of mind, out of sight. No, I got that part wrong. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
I can't believe that you sang about 2 seconds of it, terribly, might I add, and I still could figure out what song he fucking sampled the fucking cadence of the song from.
But how was the rest of the singing right after that?
It was A1 Ed. Absolutely
It
beautiful.
was a little better. I mean, for
I
somebody
mean,
who's
I
not a
can't sing for
singer,
shit, but
for someone who's not a singer, I did like, I give myself a five.
bro, I was at this event, this yeah, I'll just say an event, and there was this like orchestra playing, and there was this vocalist, and it was one of those things where like they don't say any words. They're just like and shit, and they go fucking up and down and whatnot, like kind of like the Halo intro, and bro, it gave me chills. Like my body, I didn't know how to feel. I felt like I was like on something. Like it was so beautiful, this lady's voice. And she didn't say a single fucking word, but I felt every single note that she sang.
You felt real chills?
Yes, bro. I'm saying I
Maybe you
don't know if
felt that
I've
like
ever
AS.
felt that.
Maybe if you got, maybe you got ASMR'd.
I don't know what that
Maybe you
means.
felt ASMR. You know those ASMR videos?
Yeah.
Maybe you felt it for the first time from opera
What do you mean
music.
felt it? What are you talking about?
ASMR is a sensation you get from like listening to certain sounds and shit, and it like gives you chills. It's like tingly.
No, ASMR is that fucking light speaking, like,
That's
and then
because
they tap and shit.
that's because that gives people that response. It's not that actual thing that's ASMR. It's just that like those sounds give those people that same like feeling that you felt.
We have to be, this has to be breaking news. There's no way that I'm the only person that did not know this
Yeah,
because
dude.
every time you see somebody talking about, every time
ASMR
somebody
is like
mentions
chills that you get
ASMR,
from sounds and shit. But
but
it's
every time
those
they
like
mention ASMR, they do an example of like,
yeah, it's because that sound gives people like chills. Like
okay,
those
well, it doesn't do that to me.
yeah, it's different for everybody.
Does it do that to you?
Those videos, not really, but there are videos that do it. They're
But
called.
I've never heard anybody say that.
I actually fucking I listen. It's I watch these videos to go to sleep sometimes, where they're called like unintentional ASMR videos. So they're like just random videos that people found on the internet that like aren't built for that purpose. So nobody's like in the mic like like they're just like a different video, but it has those sounds that'll like trigger that response. So like one of them, for example, is like an instructional video from like a doctor explaining how to give like an eye exam. And
So
because he's so
hold on.
monotone, I'll get chills and I'll just like knock out.
Well, if that's the case, you just need to talk to yourself and you'll fucking go to sleep. But second, does the feeling of that chill sensation make help you go to sleep? That would make me wake up.
For me, yeah, that's why
That's weird.
I mean, I don't, it doesn't like happen all the time. Sometimes it's just the pure monotone. It just knocks me out. So,
Honestly, that might be your calling, Ed. You might have missed it this whole time. You just need to be making ASMR videos of yourself just reading your poetry into a fucking microphone.
yeah, that's what I want to put people asleep with my art. That would be that'd be
If
great.
it pays the bills, fuck, man.
True. I guess so, if you say so, man.
So what do you think about Lizzo having her fucking dancers sue her for fucking fat shaming them?
Um, what is there you
Did
can
you
really
hear
say
about
about
that?
it? Yeah, it's just like, what can you really say
Bro,
about
that shit is crazy. It's like, but now it makes it free range, bro. Like I can go on Twitter and be like, Lizzo, you fat bitch, and nobody is gonna come after me.
it? Yeah, I mean, she is the authority on fat, so she would know.
Exactly. And
Oh,
that's why you
do
can't
you
give the
think,
wrong people the keys to the gates.
or do you think that like she doesn't think that she's fat and everybody else is fat?
There's absolutely no chance that she does not think she's fat.
Okay, maybe it's just like a version of self-hate being projected onto everyone else.
It's definitely a version of self-hate and it's a version of narcissism to a certain degree that she thinks she's better than everybody because she has all the money and fame and shit and she did it while being fat and they can't do shit but be a backup dancer.
Yeah, she's like, if you ever want to get this famous, you actually have to be skinny. But she's just special. Maybe that's true. Maybe she is special.
And nobody's gonna fucking believe me when I say this. I called Lizzo blowing the fuck up. I heard that. What do you remember that first song she had that was big?
No, I've never been a Lizzo fan.
Oh no, yeah, it was that. No, wait, I don't know if that was the first one. I think it was the I just took a DNA test and I found out I'm 100% that bitch.
Yeah, she was the voice of an annoying kind of girl already. So
No, but that wasn't it. Like when I first heard her, I was like, this shit is fucking fire. Bro, the flow on that song is actually like I can't lie, that song is good. I mean, it is definitely a hit song. And
I
I knew that
have
shit was
a
gonna go fucking viral too.
I have a coworker that um has made me listen to like the full album a few times
Okay, well
while we're
that's
like cleaning up
a
the
little
fucking
much.
while we're hitting the closing clean at the end of a shift, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm not,
Yeah, I think I could
I
do
don't know,
without that.
I don't relate to her music, but I guess I can. She's definitely talented. Like she can sing for sure. Like
Well, I don't even care so much for her singing. I was just talking about her fucking melody on the song. It's not
who
so much
knows?
her voice, it's just the flow of the
I don't really know what to think about it. Maybe like she just knows that hitting them in the fat spot will hurt.
one thing that I've been thinking of
Like maybe
is
she's just an asshole in general. So she's like, what can I say? She's like, well, I know all these fatties are have hurt feelings about being fat, and that's why they like me because I don't give a fuck that I'm fat. So I'm gonna call them all fat.
well, and it could just be that the dancers are pussy and she was just kind of being that might just be how she talks to her friends. She's just like, you fat bitch.
Yeah, but I don't think she was laughing. She was probably like, work, you fat bitches. Like, get your lazy fat asses off the ground and hit another splits. This is Lizzo's production.
It's fucking crazy that she'd say that just like fucking three times the size of him and a fucking just blob
Yeah,
Michelin woman fucking walking in this goddamn.
dude, it would be even more
Oh,
insulting, but she could probably just roll in on like one of those carts that the fat people use at Walmart, one of those electric carts.
bruh,
Like
oh
she could
my
roll up
fucking
on the
god.
stage in one of those while they're all dancing, and people still
Bruh,
go,
I don't even know if she
you'd
could
still call
fit
them
in
all
one of them
fat.
things.
Well, she'd definitely be secured because
Fucking got a man-made seatbelt on that hoe. It's a fucking roller coaster. There's a bar. She can't get out that hoe, but she'll get in that motherfucker.
yeah, you'd have to wedge her in there, but once she's in, she's probably it's gonna take some heavy G force to knock her out.
You could hit that bitch with a car going 50 miles per hour. That cart isn't coming off her fucking body.
Yeah, she'll be like a rat stuck in a trap. I mean, she's a she's a hefty one.
Honestly, that should be her punishment. Fucking trap her in one of them motherfuckers. And
Yeah,
make it so that the governor on the fucking thing only allows her to go like half a mile per hour. So she can only go that fast everywhere.
she probably only does go that fast everywhere already.
Well, I would debate that because she's a rather tall lady, I think.
Tall or
I think
wide?
she's pretty tall. Well, tall and wide, she's a
Mm.
square.
She's multi-dimensional.
Well, I guess, yeah, square.
I'm just happy that it made it so we could all make fun of her for being fat now. Because before, if you made fun of for being fat, you were like a demon. They're like, yeah, but she's beautiful. Now we can really be like, no, she's not, and everyone will agree because she fat shamed her dancers. So that's
Well,
pretty
she
cool.
just she just preached the fucking body positivity shit. It's like that's like half of the reason she got as big
Yeah,
as she did. It's like, dude.
but she knows she's a gross fucking Jabba the Hutt. I mean, that's what she reminds me of.
I mean, honestly, the whole body positivity thing is like kind of fucked because you're like encouraging people to be unhealthy. But
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't. Is it like? Isn't it more so not like get
it's being
fatter? It's more
comfortable
so
in your own
just be
skin,
like
not being
accept the
fat. I
fact that
get
you're
it, but
fat and don't hate it. Like you don't have to hate your fat body.
okay, you just said fat twice, which means they're unhealthy in both scenarios.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, body positivity isn't about health. It's just about loving your fat. That's
I
what.
think it's just about loving your body regardless of the situation, not necessarily. It's like,
Oh, like loving your fucked up skinny body too.
right.
Okay.
Like that's what I do, I have to love my fucked up skinny body. So I'm body positive. you know?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, I'm all for like body whatever. You don't have to be positive. You can feel negative about it, but don't let it
I
ruin
don't
your
okay,
day. Just
I
accept it.
I will say, and I don't want to make this a
Like not every
sad
not
okay, please go ahead.
just my point is not everybody's got a good body, and if you can recognize that, that's okay. You can try to change it or you cannot, and you can live with it and accept it, but you don't got to lie to yourself and be positive like this is good. That's
Well,
my
okay, I agree with that, but I also yeah, I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna say because it doesn't really it's a different situation. Because
yeah,
one is like I was gonna say that like body positivity is good so it can like combat people with like anorexia and bulimia and stuff like that. But realistically, that's a mental health problem. Like you're actually looking in the mirror and seeing yourself as a completely different person rather than like you're just seeing your body as it is and being like, God, I hate myself.
yeah, yeah. Anorexia is like seeing yourself as fat when you're in reality like nowhere near it.
Bro, it still
I think
baffles me to this fucking day how that
instead
shit works.
instead of body positivity, I would preach body acceptance.
I mean, is that, but if you're negative, then you're not accepting, are you?
I mean, you could be negative about your body, like say that you're overweight. You could be like, yeah, I should probably change that for my health. Or, yeah, I don't know, don't tear yourself down. That's useless to some degree. But so it's just like unrelenting positivity, just hyping yourself up for no reason. You're lying to yourself.
I don't know. I think that if you're overweight and your doctor says you're overweight, you should probably lose weight, and you should be positive while you do it.
I will say though, there's like better looking fats than other fats.
Well, there's better looking anything than other anything. There's better
Like,
looking Down syndrome
I
people.
love a good round fat person, like a nice circle. That's a pretty cool fat.
Like when you say you love, like you're not gonna have sex with a round fat woman.
No, but I appreciate like a good sturdy pot belly that's like one giant like circle rather than like
So you're
a
talking about like a male that's like fucking
no.
60 on the
I'm
beach,
talking
bald
about
with
all fats. There's girls with pot bellies, man.
not that I'm aware of that, not that like what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
You're talking about
I'm
like
talking.
barrels. That's like pregnancy.
I say like
Ed likes pregnant bitches apparently, bro. What the fuck is going on? Talking about like really round people. Yeah, Ed, I think you've got a type, brother.
no.
And
There's
that's ones
like
with fucking children in them.
no. Oh goddamn. Um, No, like the Buddha fat. Yeah, I can't. So like we're talking about like the dudes with the big bellies. That's a good fat. Buddha fat.
I don't know what it's good for.
It's just a good looking fat.
Ed, that's suspect.
I mean, if you say so. I'm just saying, there's other fats that aren't as good looking. You look at a lady, you want a lot of rolls, or you want like one big lump. And I mean, if we had to pick, I'd say one big lump. This
I
ain't
mean,
just me,
bro, how many ladies have like a bunch of rolls? Like that would literally be the Michelin man.
dude. There's a lot of different body types out there, different fats, different skinnies.
Yeah, that's true.
There's rolly fats. There's smooth fats. A lot of different fat types.
I guess.
Oh my god. Oh god damn, dude. I come off as the most uneducated person.
I mean, not really. It's just like this is.
God love,
I mean,
look.
I come off uneducated to a certain degree, but at the same time, I do that because this is the only time I really get to speak how I normally fucking speak.
You just got to consider maybe there's a fat type out there for you.
I mean, bro, listen, I've or not dated, but I've fucked girls on the, definitely on the line, and you could probably say teetering towards the fat side of the line. I mean, it's not too far over that line, but it might have been over it. I'll give it that. But at the same time, I will. Okay, so yeah, we'll agree with this because there's certain aspects that fat girls or borderline fat girls, as I'll call them, have that just is impossible for any type of other body type. I mean, just
Borderline fat's its own spectrum.
yeah, it's the thick with three C's, you know.
Yeah, I mean there's different spectrums of body type. You got skinny, you got skinny fat. I guess that can apply to both guys and girls, really.
Yeah.
The, I guess after skinny fat's probably borderline fat. So you
Well, I
got
guess yeah.
skinny fat's like it could be like a thick with the one C, maybe.
No, skinny fat's just skinny fat. That is its own
Yeah,
category.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it doesn't get any thick. And borderline fats, I mean,
Borderline fat is thick with one C.
okay. There's kind of like buff fat where it's not like fat. They're just like they work out a lot, so they're a little husky. That's somewhere in there.
Yeah, and that might be thick with two C's. And then there's fat and not well, I guess there's like there's that level, like I was just saying, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's over the line of saying necessarily that I mean I wouldn't necessarily call them fat, but they were teetering on overweight, if that makes sense. Like on the health scale, they might have been overweight in
But in
comparison to their
looks,
body shape, but in their looks, they're passing.
yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. It was well placed, you know. The weight
Correct.
was well distributed.
Yeah, the weight was displaced to the right portions of the body for sure.
Yeah, but see, not everybody's blessed with that, and sometimes they hit
That's
that
true.
borderline
That's true.
fat, and the weight might be placed in some weird spots
Bro,
where,
there are some
yeah,
African countries.
like,
Oh yeah, I'm bordering on bad ground there. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I just love fat asses.
oh man, uh, yeah. See, but some girls they don't get the fat doesn't go to their butt. Some girls it goes to like I don't know weirder spots.
Well, if you're lucky, it goes to their tits.
Yeah, some girls it goes like
No, I'm just kidding, by the way.
well, it just goes different places. Some girls don't have fat butts, but they have just like really fat thighs.
Bro, some girls are super unlucky, bro. Like all their fat goes to their. I've seen girls that have
Sides?
big,
The
no, like sides, big stomachs, but skinny legs. Like a flat ass and skinny legs. And it's like,
oh,
bro,
that's
how did
the
you get
you're
cursed?
talking about the Hank Hill.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Correct.
That's the
That
Hank
and
Hill.
it's like, why what did you do to God for him to do this to you, dude? Because I am so sorry.
Look, I'm not gonna act like I have a great body type either, but that's the Hank Hill right there. And you're right, you gotta work hard to get out of that. The Hank Hill's a curse.
It's tough, man. You got dealt a bad hand if you got that body type, man.
Oh man. Yeah. But the good thing is, like, you can change your body if you work hard enough at it. And sometimes you
Yeah,
don't
but
even have to
I
work that
don't know.
hard.
I don't know if in that
Some
situation,
squats, a lot
I
of
don't
leg
know if
work,
that's gonna
a
help because like even if you do the squats, like
lot of leg
yeah,
work.
that's tough, man. That's tough.
Well, you're
because
going
you
from
still
like
gotta
negative
gain, you
S.
gotta, but like, how do you, but it's obvious that she's eating food, you know what I'm saying? None of the food is going to her leg, so how is she going to tone that if there's nothing to tone?
I think you got to do a complete fat shed first. You got to lose everything, and then you got to restart.
And then hope it just redisplaces itself to your
Yeah, then
legs the
you
next
gotta when
time.
you restart, you gotta start doing squats and shit, and just hope try to get
When
as
you
much
eat,
weight there as possible.
the next time you eat, you have to just eat standing up every time so it goes to
Yeah.
your legs. Just walk around eating standing up every single fucking
Oh,
time.
fuck. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, there, you can work hard enough at it, you can change it. But the Hank Hill, that's a curse. I mean, that's bad genetics.
It's like they've got a fucking like taper, like a board that just slides into their stomach and doesn't let anything go down to their leg.
Oh
Oh
man,
man, that's so fucked.
you know what else I call that one? I call that one the ice cream cone.
I mean, that works too. I like Hank Hill better though.
So it goes. Some people get hit with the ice cream cone, the old muffin top.
It happens. It definitely does.
Like I'd say like my body it goes squash. I got a squash
What the
body.
fuck does that mean?
I mean, it's not good when I hit skinny fat. I get squash body. It's like a
You got a big, bruh, so you got a knot in the middle? What the fuck?
I get love handles. So I get this like outward
Oh yeah, you damn sure do get love handles.
I get this like outward squash effect. I got squash body, man.
Oh my God, bro. Oh fuck.
so so we can't all live on a high horse. The only way to get rid of squash body is to get real skinny, or
Bro,
to just like
let me
for me
tell
to work on my lats a lot.
bro, let me tell y'all because this I have the most vivid image of you as a child with the love handles just fucking out fucking just oh my God. When we used to play football in the holding pond, bro, if it started raining or something like that, or if Edward got mad, I don't even know if this is a real situation, the getting mad part, but he would take his shirt off in football and he would be invincible. We could not tackle this fucker for the life of us. If it was raining, no chance. This motherfucker was like he was oiled up, bro. It was impossible. And he was, I mean, we were all fucking, we might have, how old were we then? Like 12, 13.
Yeah, not
So
very old.
we probably weighed at the most like 80 pounds. Ed's there, or like 150, just fucking trampling us over like it's fucking nothing. That
Yeah, I
shit
was
was
like
crazy.
130. I was bigger then, but not anymore.
Oh man. Yeah, but you know
I
what,
probably
Ed?
weighed more in middle school
You
than
were
I ever
funny.
weighed.
You were funnier back then.
Yeah, that's
No,
what you
I'm
keep
just
telling
playing.
me. I guess it's because I was fat.
You said you probably weighed more in middle school than when?
Than now.
Oh yeah, it's probably true. How much do you weigh now?
I don't know. Probably like between 130 and 140.
How tall are you?
Like 5'9".
Short bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably weigh 145. I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, we're not big people, man. We're twigs. Easy to
Yeah, I
break.
mean, I wouldn't say that, man.
You don't have to. But no, we've got physical limitations.
I mean, to a certain degree, yeah.
Now, you think you're full of athletic prowess?
Bro, okay, so I know that like I'm probably overconfident in my athletic ability, especially now. Like I haven't done fucking shit in forever. But I will say that like anytime somebody throws an athletic challenge at me, I blow it out of the fucking water.
Okay, what are you? Give me a scenario.
Like, fuck. Like when my last year of college, does this count? That's so far back.
No, I don't know. That's tepid grounds.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use it anyways. There's this kid that he played soccer at Stetson or some shit in St. Petersburg, and he was at this party that I was at, and we were drunk, and he was like he kept on saying how he was so fast and shit, and I was just so drunk and just so I was feeling myself. I was like, "Bitch, you ain't fast." He was like, "Why do you think I got a college soccer scholarship?" I was like, "Race me right now. I'll beat you in a race right now." And they had these fucking sand volleyball courts outside in the back behind it. Bro, I blew this motherfucker out of the water. I had him beat by like 3 lengths.
True. You think you're faster now than then?
And then in high school or now?
Like than that race? Do you think you've gained speed or lost speed?
Oh, I've definitely lost speed. Especially my meniscus is still torn right now, so I'd probably be fucked.
Okay.
But if I
But
got surgery and was healthy,
when's the
I
last
might.
time you did a full sprint?
Like yesterday in the rain, I was trying to get out of the rain,
Okay. I don't know the last time I did a full
and I was
sprint.
fucking
It might
moving.
be.
And one of my coworkers saw me running through the parking lot to get out of the rain. She said, "You were moving fast." I said, "Hell yeah, I fucking was."
Okay. I think it's been at least a year since I've last gone full sprint. Since I've last hit a top speed.
Bro, I mean, honestly, because have you ever heard of like they say that if you run in the rain, you get more wet than if you were to just walk?
Yeah. Because you're just like running
S-
into it. You're catching more.
So, so that is 100% true because every time I sprint through the rain, I mean, I come back like I just jumped out of a fucking pool. But
Yeah.
I do it every once in a while just to test if I've still got it. And I fucking do because that was the other day.
What you really have to do is like Mr. Miyagi your way through the rain. So it's like an elegant dance where you weave. You weave through the patterns of rainfall. And then you'll get to your location drier. It's not one straight line because the rain obviously is falling, but if you vary your walking pattern, you can make it there drier than you would have. It's about how you can essentially do a rain dance.
Right. But you're not calling for the rain, you're avoiding it.
Yeah, it's like a rain tai chi. You're like, you weave snake, dragon, tiger until you get to
Um,
your
I
location.
believe Mr. Miyagi taught karate, not Tai Chi.
I'm just saying, you're not fighting anybody. It's all movement.
I'd love to try and see you dodge fucking rain.
I'd say I get to my locations about 50% more, like more dry when I do my weaving motion through the rain.
You do not do that.
It's called the rain
If
dance.
I just imagine like, bro, fucking cops are driving by, like, look at this fucking crackhead in the fucking rain, bro. This motherfucker think he's fucking. Oh shit.
That would definitely be a crackhead move. Or like if you're just tripping on shrooms, you'd be like, I bet I could dodge a lot, like at least half of these raindrops, and just start, you know, moving side to side, get a good side galloping. There's this Acro Yoga guy that I stumbled on TikTok, and every video is like him with another girl doing Acro Yoga, which is basically like,
Oh yeah, like flipping bitches and shit.
yeah, like adults just doing the airplane like you used to do with your parents, where they put you on your legs and you just like, you know, hold
Well,
your
no,
legs up.
the shit I'm talking about, he was like literally fucking flipping them hoes
Yeah,
in
he
the
was like
air.
kick flipping bitches. I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that so I was watching that shit and I was like, is this guy just like I got suspicious at first. I was like, I bet he's only doing this with hot girls. Like that was my first suspicion. Is like this guy's using acro yoga to get women. There's like there's definitely a vein of male influencers that just like gain notoriety and try to fuck women.
Yeah,
Um,
but why does it matter?
just just trying to
You're just
confirm my
saying in
suspicion.
general?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
okay.
curious.
I thought you were acting like it bothered you or something.
It would only bother me if they weren't down for it, but if they're down to get flipped and fucked, then whatever, man. Like,
It would bother me if he was forcing them to be flipped in the fucking air.
yeah, if it was like non-consensual flipping, then we might have an issue. But as far as I can tell, everybody involved is happy with the end result.
Oh
So
fuck.
it looks like he's flipping consensually. That's what we can deem.
We're
Uh,
going to assume so at this point.
yeah, but then after being suspicious of his motives in the first place, I was found to be proven wrong, and because he has videos where he's doing it with dudes too, and that's weird, man.
That's the caveat, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, maybe he's bi. So, and then I was like, because like I don't know if I could do acro yoga with the dude. All right, I guess I could, but would I want to? Probably not. I mean, I have the capability for a lot of things, but would
I
I
mean,
want to do a lot of
to
things?
have another motherfucking guy flipping you in the air, that's emasculating as shit.
Yeah,
The
and I was
fuck?
just like, I was trying to put myself in his shoes and be like, am I just like, maybe it's like some slight homophobia of just not wanting to be flipped, but that's a questionable activity in my book. Like, you want to put your feet on my butt and then kick flip me into a 360-degree twist, right? So I can land. And so he has this one. I'm watching this one video though of this guy doing a trick. And while he gets flipped, he has him spread his legs in the air mid flip. Like this guy goes spread eagle mid flip. And then he's caught, like, I think belly down. And they're just like, I was just laughing to
This
myself watching
motherfucker is
it.
playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, I was just laughing to myself watching it because I was like, you start off with just like this intimate, like this dude's feet just straight on both cheeks, gripping you, and then you get flipped straight into a land where you're just in immediate intimate eye contact with another man, just some Spider-Man shit while you're just floating right
Well,
above him,
not that, not
and he
only
has you
that, but
spread your
like
legs in the air.
if something goes wrong and this motherfucker's heel hits you in the nuts, it's gonna be fucking lights out. That's gonna be fucking awful.
Yeah, just the whole scenario of that shit was making me cry laughing. I'm just thinking about like just starting up like this and getting flipped. Three six or what? No, like 360 or at least what's 360 and then another 180, just straight into this belly down,
720.
where you're just like looking over this man and he's looking back at you.
This man said, "What is a 360 and another 180?" Do the math, Ed. It's 720.
Yeah, this dude's twisting men in 720 straight into intimacy. It was just making me cry laughing.
Be careful, I might spin you so fast you flip sides. Like,
he,
bro, this shit crazy.
he's throwing people up and having them fall back down in love. I mean, goddamn.
He's throwing them up in the closet. They're coming down out of it.
Oh man, it was making me laugh so hard. And then I was just like, he's had to at least,
Just imagine that's like
he's fucking people up with
how
this.
imagine how all if that was how all gay people came out of the closet. It's like you have to go find another man to throw you
Yeah.
up into the air and do flips, and you come out.
You have to find an acro yoga specialist to unlock that within you,
Bro,
to unlock the
that shit.
courage.
That's
Uh,
crazy that like another man. I mean,
I mean,
And
it's
maybe the
just
other guy was gay and he was just like, well, I've flipped all the bad bitches I can. I guess I should try and flip some men.
yeah, maybe I mean either he's fucking people off of this gimmick or yogis are just on another level of comfortable with their bodies that I have just not yet
Well,
to achieve. Because like
and
you
I
know how
think that that
yogis are
is
just
part
like,
of it.
yeah, I'm down for whatever as long as I get a good stretch in. Like they're just trying to up their flexibility by whatever means necessary, which honestly
And
is
that's
a
another thing.
wild game.
Some half of the shit that they do when they do that acro yoga shit, what is this bitch stretching?
I don't know. They're just doing upside down skateboarding almost, but instead of the
The
board, it's a
guy,
human being. Like,
the guy is damn sure not stretching.
nah, the dude's just fucking doing flip tricks off with his feet. I mean,
He's fucking
the girls in these
person
videos land
boring.
though. The girls in these videos land though, and every time they're just like,
I was
ah,
gonna say they
and
have an
I'm like,
orgasm every
yeah.
time they land.
And so I'm watching this. I'm like, this bastard, like, just foot pleasuring women somehow.
Bro,
Just
but tell me you
who
don't watch
knew?
them shits and tell me you don't watch them shits and you're praying for it to go wrong. I'm just waiting for that foot to end up in that bitch's jawline or something. Bro,
I mean, every now and then he puts in a blooper, but who would have known the gateway to the woman orgasm is a sick flip trick? Like, just just kick flipping her upside down midair. Like, if I would have known that, I would have been much more into skateboarding growing up. Like,
imagine if that's like what mating was like for humans. That men just went and picked women up. Like it didn't have to be with their feet, obviously. Just flip them in the club. You're like, you're mine now, bitch.
yeah, well, that's what swing dancing was. Is where you just
That's true.
swung a bitch around willy nilly until she fell in love with you because she was so off balance. She had to fall somewhere. I mean,
And we're gonna have to cut almost all that because we just referred to women as bitches the entire time.
oh shit. Okay, we can't cut it. It was pretty good. So just know that we regret that, and we're growing as individuals. And now that we're
It
aware that
was
we did
it
that,
was
we will try to improve.
it was a respectful thing. It was yeah, I think I don't I don't have a way out of that one of these.
No, I think I was trying to be funny, and I just got caught up in it. I think that's what happened. I lost my sense of judgment,
Well,
and
and
I
you gotta think like
slightly turned misogynistic for a second. There's
you
no
gotta think
excuse.
that technically we were referring to bitch as male or female because he was flipping both of them. So
Oh yeah, that dude was definitely in bitch territory. I mean, if you get caught on the butt with another pair of feet, I mean, that's a bitch move. There's no other way around it. I was thinking the other day, I might become a dude that wears rings.
I mean that would be on brand, I would say.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Had some cool rings.
I mean, I don't necessarily know what I would think about it. I don't think that I would like do a double take if I saw you do it. I wouldn't be like super surprised or anything.
Mm. Do you think
You're
it
a
would
weird
like?
cat. Weird cats wear rings.
Think it would give me more cool points?
I don't know. Do you remember when we were younger and we found out about the concept of peacocking?
Yeah. What about that though?
I don't know if that's wearing like excessive amounts of jewelry to get women.
What if it's not just to get women? What if it's just because I have a
Is
passion
it
for
to get
rings?
dudes? No.
I just like rings, man. What if I just want to wear rings for myself? Like,
I mean,
you
by
know, I
all
spend
means
a
do it. I'm
you spend the whole day at home alone. You can still wear rings. Then it's for yourself, right?
I mean, yeah, that would be kind of weird. I mean, I wear my watch for myself, but I take it off when I'm at home.
I'd probably like have a lot of monologues if I wore rings. I'd be inside and I'd do a lot of like this sort of motion while talking. I'd just be like philosophizing, saying different stuff, probably like pointing at things. I could see a whole new gambit of movements that I would unlock if I started wearing rings. I probably
I mean,
do.
I don't think the movements would change. I just think they would be fucking highlighted, or I don't even know the right words.
I'd pull off the Johnny Depp, do one of these every now and then. It's the fucking Johnny Depp right there.
Just like constantly fingering the earth, like
Yeah. I'm just twisting the air. I mean,
just always have an imaginary ball in your hand, imaginary ball
yeah.
sack, just
Just rolling them in between, switching the balls.
like it's those fucking Asian things, or Asian I don't even know what they're called, like anxiety balls, I guess.
The two that
You know what I'm
revolve,
talking about? That they would be at like the dollar store and shit.
maybe.
Do you
Revolve.
remember that store in the Governor Square Mall that was like an Asian dollar store?
Yeah, that
Bro,
place
they
was
had the
awesome.
wildest shit in there. They had like candles that smelled like pussies and like colognes that weren't colognes. They were like it was like incense almost that like that shit was wild. That was a lot. We used to buy laser pointers from there and just cause fucking havoc at the mall.
Yeah, every childhood needs one good dollar store. I used to like the Country Dollar a lot, and you
Yeah.
go in there get roasted cashews. That was pretty sick. They had a lot of weird shit too. They had rings, so you know.
What kind of ring would you wear?
I don't know. I was thinking about it. Maybe like a silver turquoise. I follow this brand on Instagram actually, where it's like a lot of
This motherfucker
vintage.
talking about I don't know, like he hasn't thought about it, has an exact ring he wants to buy on his phone.
There's this brand. Um, they got a lot of rings on it, and some of the ones I like are like they got turquoise stones in them. Um, this one's got a
Bro,
fucking.
God.
This one's got a goddamn Mexican eagle, so that's pretty sick. Uh,
What do you mean a Mexican eagle? What is the difference between a regular eagle and a Mexican eagle?
it looks more Aztecish, like a Aztec drawing.
Oh, you're talking about okay, the style of the art. I get you.
Yeah, I just didn't know how to refer to it, to be honest. This one's got a marijuana leaf. This one's got a horseshoe. I mean, I'd wear the horseshoe one for sure. I'd wear a
Are you gonna
horseshoe ring.
show me one of these or what? What the fuck are we doing here? You need to get closer there, brother.
I'd wear that marijuana leaf or that horseshoe.
No, you cannot do that.
Is there a yin yang up there?
Edward, do not
No.
wear any of those. What the fuck? Them shit. I thought you were talking about like, something subtle. That shit is like fucking, you're like trying to make a
Ooh,
statement.
I'd wear this eagle one. Yeah, man. I'm trying to really gain some cool points right now. I'm
Edward,
trying to.
I'm gonna tell you right now that rings that have those like fat tops to them look funny on your fucking fingers.
Yeah, maybe. What about one of? Hold on, there's more. That one's a bear head. That's pretty sick. You see the bear head one?
Not really.
It's the middle. So we
They're all
got.
huge though. They've all got big ass fucking things on them.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Trying to up my style.
Well, maybe next time you'll come on the podcast and have fucking hand gestures we've never seen before.
Could be cooler. We'll see. I think if I get rings, I'll probably have to start wearing slacks too. You gotta have good pants with good rings. That's just a fact. I don't make the
Okay,
rules. This is just how I feel. These are the laws of my reality.
that was wild.
Um,
Well, I think it's getting close to that time, anyways.
true. Ran out of things to talk about.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I mean, I brought up the only things I really had to talk about was like Lizzo, the alien shit,
Aliens
and the
are
rest of the shit kind of just came off the top of my head.
okay. Fair. Um,
Unless, no, I mean, I was gonna say unless you want to talk about the Maui fires, but there's really not much to talk about.
it just sounds like a fuck up from the electric company. I don't know.
I think there's
I
definitely
haven't looked that
some,
much up into it to be honest.
there's definitely some corruption to it. There's got to be. I mean, it's just, it
Yeah,
doesn't make fucking sense. It
I
really doesn't.
I haven't looked into it enough to know, but you might be right.
Well, maybe you can do some research in the next podcast. You'll give us an update,
Maybe. All right. I'll
which means he's absolutely not going to do that shit.
nope. Um, I'll talk to you later.
Look, you okay?
What you said? I mean, you're gonna. Okay, shit. Well, I didn't expect him to leave that fast, but uh, I guess that's the end of this episode. Peace.